Your operations are the heartbeat to your business. I created this podcast to help you balance your childlike innovation with parent-like efficiency. Welcome to Daily Ops Boost. Yo, what's up, team? Welcome back to another Daily Ops Boost. We're already on episode 17. Can you believe that? I feel like we just launched this. Well, it was like literally 2 weeks ago, but it feels like we've been doing this for a while now. And let me tell you, when I woke up this morning, the first thing that came into my mind was, shoot, it's early. I don't really feel like doing daily ops boosts. I don't feel like recording and making episodes, but hey, that's what business is about, right? Is doing the things that you don't necessarily want to do, but are going to provide fruit to the business. So with that being said, I wanted to jump into buying agencies today. And let me tell you, man, I've talked with a lot of high-level entrepreneurs that are all telling me, man, I want to buy agencies. Well, why do people buy agencies exactly? Well, there's a plethora of reasons. One, if you're an agency owner already and you're trying to buy agencies, maybe it's something along the lines of like you're wanting to expand your capabilities. Maybe you're trying to get a little bit more market penetration, and maybe in like a specific location. Like my friend Eddie bought a agency out in like London recently. His headquarters are in Atlanta, but he bought an agency in London recently. So maybe it's like market penetration, like you're trying to expand into the marketplace a little bit more. Maybe it's expanding your capabilities. It's like you can get an agency that is like an email marketing agency if you don't have an email marketing department. You can get someone that does SMS and email if you don't have that already internally. A creative agency, right? That's one that we see a lot of, like agency acquisitions that happen. That was what happened with our agency, right? So with that being said, there's a lot of different reasons that people might buy an agency, especially when it comes to like the capabilities and being able to get into the marketplace a little bit deeper. But there's also the potential for hiring talent through acquisitions. We call these like acquihires, and you see like people like Nick Shackelford do this a decent amount. Like they acquire a specific talent pool, right? And I guess that is expanding capabilities a little bit, but they expand their talent pool in order to be able to, one, maybe bring a new offering to the table, but also to be able to go deeper and more effectively into the marketing world and provide a better result to clients. Okay. You can also buy a book, right? A book of business and add it to yours. What's great about, buying some of these more niche agencies is that you can bring those clients from that agency over into your ecosystem and give them a larger offering so they can have a more... Team, real quick, if you're on ClickUp, you're going to want to download this client management template pack, especially if you run an agency. I'm going to leave it in the show notes for you. It's 100% free. Go click the link and download the template pack. Encompassing service offering for yourself as well. And then it just kind of gives you that competitive advantage as well. If you have more services in your agency, like people like a one-stop shop. I think that's why people like Amazon so much, right? Is because you can go there, you can pretty much get anything delivered to your door within a day or two, right? And I think that's why people like to shop at a more of a full-service agency, is because it's a one-stop shop. They're not having to utilize 3, 4, 5 different agencies for their full marketing. Their full marketing funnel, right? And so there is a big competitive advantage to start absorbing agencies. And one of the agencies that we're working with currently is currently buying a creative agency. And, for them, it's a strategic positioning to be able to offer more to their clients, but also, creative is one of those things that is really sexy on the front end, is like a front end offer. And so if you can get people through the door with creative, then you can get them into the other services like, Facebook ads and Google ads and, your SMS, email, the things that are a little less sexy, right? It's like creative is really sexy. Like you could show that to someone in an ad and they'd be like, okay, that's different. That's interesting. Whereas like trying to show people or convince people that you can run an ad for them, it's way different. It's way harder. That's why, we love having creative as part of a lot of the agencies that we work with, is because that is our in, right? That's our foot in the door, is the creative side. If we can make something that visually is acceptable to the audience, then chances are they're going to come back to us and say, hey, we want to start with creative, but then you can expand those services as well. And so if you're looking to buy an agency currently, there's a bunch of different ways to do it. It's just being well connected in this industry. But learn the chops a little bit, right? If you guys are looking at buying an agency, I would recommend picking up the book Exitpreneur by Joe Valley. It gives you a really good idea of like how to buy business, but also, what to look for when buying a business, and vice versa if you're looking to sell your business. It's a great one for that too. And let me just tell you this, like if you guys are looking to buy a business, people tend to want to buy businesses that are right in like the worst buying pocket. And what I mean by that exactly is that a lot of people try to buy agencies at this like 60 to 80K per month range, right? Right before they kind of hit the $1 million run rate, because that's when the multiples tend to increase a lot more, is when you kind of get past that $1 million run rate, right? And you're going to pay more for an agency that's a little bit more established. They have, they have their shit in order, right? And you're going to pay more for an agency like that. And so, but what's the problem with that is that, people are on the upswing between that 60 and 80K range. They're gaining momentum and they don't necessarily want to sell. And when you're at that rate, you believe in the vision of the agency, right, as a founder. And it's very difficult to be able to buy an agency like that because people are like, well, I have a lot of potential left. I have a lot of capacity left in order to continue to grow myself, and then I can sell this for even more down the road if I actually do want to sell, or maybe I just cash flow this thing really effectively. So if you guys are looking to buy agencies, it can be a very difficult thing to find the perfect agency between that like 60, 80K per month range, and try to catch them, in an off season, or maybe they're just like struggling a little bit, to sign new clients or more clients. But that's the thing, is like if you get to 60 to 80K, normally you have lead generation kind of figured out. Normally you have sales kind of figured out, right? Your fulfillment kind of figured out. You're not getting the 60 to 80K by accident. And normally people are riding that momentum wave, which makes it really difficult to capture agencies at that run rate. And it's funny. I have people come to me all the time like, Josh, I would love to buy an agency that is between this and this, right? 60 to 80K per month. Like that's the perfect range for us to come in and buy an agency. I was like, well, that's crazy, because that's literally the last thing going through an agency owner's head is when they hit that 80K per month range, they're like, we're kind of catching some wind here. We're catching our momentum. We're gaining our traction, and we're ready to scale. So chances are you're just not going to find a buyer there. You need to find someone that's a little bit tired, a little bit burnt out. They're missing a key component of scaling the agency, like lead generation or sales, but they have like great fulfillment, right? So you need to almost capture them before they get to that range. And I would say like anything south of 40K per month, you might be able to get someone, right? And they've been stuck there for a while. And that's a question that I would specifically ask, is like, hey, how long have you guys been at this run rate, right? This 40K per month run rate. And if they've been there for over a year, then chances are they're a little tired. And if they're a little tired, chances are they're going to sell. But if they've been stacking, if they've been, continuously growing over a year, and they're gaining, 5 to 10% growth month over month, it's going to be hard to convince someone like that to sell, because they see the potential in their growth. So I don't know where I was necessarily going with that. I just felt like I needed to kind of give it to you from both sides of like, hey, if you're buying an agency, here's what to expect. But also if you're looking to sell an agency, this is what you kind of have to expect. So we could talk all day on agency acquisitions and all the levers needed to pull in order to sell an agency or to buy an agency. But I wanted to give you guys kind of an overview of just some of my thoughts on buying agencies currently. I think it's great. I think it's awesome, but you got to find the right deal at the right time with the right people in the right place. So it can be difficult, but you just got to keep searching, right? You'll find the right one eventually, and then you'll be able to absorb that team, continue to grow your business, and it'll be all good. It'll be gravy. So hopefully that was helpful. Love you guys. We'll see you in the next one. Peace. Yo, thank you so much for listening in to Daily Ops Boost. We really appreciate your attention. If you're enjoying the shorter form content, you're going to absolutely love the long form content that we post over on YouTube. We do a live stream every single week, 7 p.m. Central Time. Go check it out. It's on YouTube. It's called Agency Therapy. We'll see you over there.